The man originally wanted to sneak into the adjacent room, along the eaves of the hotel, but suddenly discovered in horror that only the 2 windows of his own room remained in the entire building. Nick had no choice but to turn back. However, when he returned to room 1408, he found that only his own room remained on the hotel layout map. Puzzled, he looked out through the peephole and saw a wall outside the door. As soon as Nick turned around, he saw that the windows had also been sealed. He was firmly trapped in this room. Even more terrifying was that the temperature in the room was constantly dropping. His mobile phone had no signal. Fortunately, his laptop successfully connected to the hotel's wireless network. Nick told his wife to call the police immediately, but his wife didn't believe him at all, thinking he was playing a prank. Before he could explain clearly to his wife, the fire sprinkler on the ceiling suddenly turned on automatically. The computer was instantly drenched by the water, and the last glimmer of hope was shattered. Angrily, Nick picked up a stick from the ground and smashed it against the sprinkler. Amazingly, the sprinkler stopped spraying water. At this moment, he noticed the vent. Perhaps he could go to another room through the ventilation duct. Nick quickly crawled into the duct, but before he had gone far, a corpse appeared in front of him. Just as Nick was about to step over it, the corpse moved eerily. Frightened, he hurriedly crawled back desperately. Nick returned to the room again. He quickly found a Bible, wanting to fight against this evil force. But when he opened it, he found that the Bible had turned into blank paper. Just as Nick was at his wit's end, the sound of a fax machine came from inside the room. However, when he opened the cabinet, he found that what the fax machine printed out was not paper, but the clothes of Nick's deceased daughter. He could hardly believe the scene before his eyes. The terrible room 1408 had turned into an icy world in the blink of an eye. Nick fell into complete despair. But just then, his wife's shout suddenly came from the computer.